Hello guitar players. Today I'm going to share with you 7 tips for older guitar players, older beginners just starting out on guitar. And of course these tips can apply to anyone, even if you've been playing for a number of years. The same tips can apply to any guitar player at any stage, but mainly for the older beginner guitar players. These 7 tips I'm going to share should help you in getting over some hurdles that you may be facing in the very beginning. The very first one is about practice. So many beginners, and when I remember back when I first started, I practiced for hours at a time. And the best way to learn guitar is practice 10 minutes a day. That's it, 10 minutes a day. Don't over practice. I have to stress that. If you practice 10 minutes each and every day, pick the guitar up, go through, work it on your chords or your rhythm, whatever you work it on. But 10 minutes a day, you won't get burned out. And you'll progress at a good, steady pace. So just 10 minutes a day is all you need. You don't need 30, 45 minutes, hour, 2 hour, whatever. If you pick it up each and every day for 10 minutes, practice, have your practice routine down, know what you're going to practice. That's all you need to learn. It's 10 minutes a day. You don't want to get burned out. And another thing also, you need to, depending on what kind of guitar you have, for any beginner starting out on the guitar, the fingertips are going to get sore. It's just going to happen. By playing that 10 minutes a day, they won't get as sore, and you won't because you won't actually be playing each and every day. As far as more than 10 minutes. So the soreness won't be there. But again, when you practice, you're going to experience finger soreness. One thing, if you're having a lot of trouble with finger soreness, there are different types of strings you can put on your guitar. If you have an acoustic guitar, get you a light set. Ask for a, let's say, a Martin bronze wound acoustic guitar light gauge set. They come in different gauges. Heavy, medium, medium light, and extra light. You could go to a light gauge string. On acoustic, a good strings, Martin, Foster bronze, light gauge acoustic guitar. For electric guitar, you won't have that problem because electric guitar strings are much smaller and much easier to play. So if you're on electric, you won't really experience a problem with soreness. But again, first starting out, you're going to get some soreness. If it's really a problem, change your strings. Go to something light. Ask for a light gauge or even an extra light. And you may get a little buzzing like you put those new strings on because your guitar's not adjusted for those strings. If you can afford to do it, take your guitar to a guitar shop with a qualified luthier or qualified repairman and have it set up. And what he'll do, he will adjust the neck. He will adjust the saddle down here. Right here, this little white piece, you adjust the nut, get it all lined up with the strings, and they'll be as close as possible to the frets. Make it a lot easier to play. So if you can afford to do that, that's fine. But my recommendation starting out, just get you a light gauge or extra light gauge set of strings, and that should help you a ton. And again, as you start playing, tip number 3, as you start playing, like I just mentioned, your fingertips will get sore, but then they will form a callus on the end. They'll get a little rough, a little thick, and it's like the skin layer starts building up. And you'll form a little callus, and then your soreness will go away. You won't have any soreness when you play. And then eventually, as time goes on, the little callus will seem like it softens up, but your fingertip is tough at that point. So you still have no problem with finger soreness. Now, of course, if you're playing for hours at a time, that's different. You would experience some soreness of some kind. But again, you're going to experience a little finger soreness. But if you keep it at 10 minutes per day, it should eliminate a lot of that problem. Okay, tip number 4. As far as your guitar, keep it out visible. Whatever room you spend a lot of time in, living room, bedroom, or your office, get your guitar stand. And just take that stand and sit it out there where you can see your guitar. And it's good. You're going to be a lot more apt to go over and pick it up and play a little bit, 10 minutes or so, and it'll be out and available. If you put it in a case, or put it in a case and shove it in a closet or underneath the bed, you're not going to practice as much. You need to practice 10 minutes every day. And if you can work in another 10 minutes later in the day, that's fine. But don't over practice. I need to stress that. But get you a guitar stand. Also, they make wall hangers. You can just mount them on your wall and hang your guitar up. And it's right there wherever you are most of the time. And you'll tend to go over there and gravitate towards it and want to play guitar. And you'll see how much better it is than having the case under the bed or in the closet. Okay. When you first starting in guitar, you sit down to practice, just go over a few chords. Just go over a few chords. And just kind of warm up. Get your fingers, that way your fingers are moving, get used to the movement. And so do it just a minute or two practice routine. Using some chords. You can even use downstrokes if you're brand new. Just use downstrokes. Just take a couple of chords and move from one to the other. Just like that. Okay? Another tip is practice efficiently. Now what I mean by that is when you sit down and practice, if you learn how to play the G chord, let's say, or the C chord, and you play those two chords together, and then you're going to go to the F chord. Now the F chord is going to be a very hard chord to play because you're holding two strings down with one finger on the first fret. Okay, then the second, third finger come in on the third and fourth string, second, third fret, and this first finger tends to raise up, and you're going to get dead notes. Okay, so it becomes really hard to play. But if when you sit down and practice, don't sit and practice things you already know and are able to do. Focus in on things you need to work on. And if it's a chord like the F chord, sit and just work back and forth. C, F, C, F. It's like this, back and forth. So focus in on things you need to work on that you're not able to do right now. And the things you already know are not as important because you already know how to do it. Okay? Let's see. Keep it simple. That is my motto as far as learning guitar. I've been teaching 40 plus years now. And what you want to do is keep it simple. You don't have to go out and learn hundreds and hundreds of guitar chords, scales and modes, and all that sort of thing. You don't need to do that. Keep it very simple. I've got several videos here on my YouTube channel. I talk about 4 chords, magic 4 chords. If you do a search here on YouTube channel, I have several videos that's going to bring them up. Show you 4 chords that you can start with and learn them well, be able to play from one to the other, and you're going to be able to play hundreds and hundreds of songs with just those 4 chords. Country, blues, rock, lots of different genres using just those 4 chords. But you want to keep it simple. You don't want to go out there and try to learn everything there is all about guitar. Most people are wanting to learn to play for their own enjoyment, or with family and friends, or for a church group, things like that. Not many are wanting to be a professional musician. So you want to keep it simple. All you need is 4 chords. Do a search here, Magic 4 Chords, on my YouTube channel. You'll have several videos to look at, and just keep it simple. That's my motto. Also, down below this video, share your tips. If you've got some tips that you can share with older beginners or anyone starting out on guitar, put them down in the comments. That way we can all help each other. Maybe something that you've learned, a tip that makes it easier to learn how to play, put it down in the comments. Someone else may get benefits from it. Share your comments below. Share your tips that you've learned while you're learning guitar. Put them down in the comments, and we can discuss things back and forth. I'll be glad to answer any questions, or I'm going to reply to your tips also. So let's share these tips. If you've got some, put them down in the comments. While you're here, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. hit the red button down below this video, and you're going to see a bell symbol. And click that bell symbol after you hit the red button, and you will be subscribed to my YouTube channel. And every time I post a new video or guitar lesson or song, you'll be notified. So please subscribe to my channel. It also helps promote my channel here on YouTube. So you'll be helping me out. At the same time, you'll be notified every time I post a new guitar lesson, tutorial, or guitar song to play. I've got a lot of songs here on my YouTube channel, easy for beginners. I've got a lot of lessons here for older beginner players, adult beginner players. A lot of tips and tricks for you. If you're later in life and you want to learn how to play, that's fantastic. And I want to help you learn. I want to help everyone learn how to play. So again, look through my YouTube channel. I've got a lot of good lessons here. And until next time, I think that's all. Until next time, let's go play some guitar.